buddy. This is the 1989 Mercury Grand Marquis LS for all your luxury needs. This bad boy comes with a stock V8 engine as well as full-blown chrome and 205/75 15-inch white wall tires. As you can see from this luxury sedan, we got nice padded red velvet seating. You can never go wrong with that. As well as it tops off at 85 miles per hour and goes from 0 to 60 in 14.6 seconds. And comes with a cassette player with a
See someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
We're just gonna completely disregard that. Mirrors, something that always comes with stock vehicles, as well as lights on your visor. You can never go wrong with that. Just listen to this engine sing. We gotta give it CPR. "75% of professional chauffeurs say they prefer the Grand Marquis over any other limousine."
Wait, what did you tell me to say again?
Bro, I'm paying you good money for this.
Dude, you didn't give me a script.
Cut that.
This car right here, you see, it has won so many safety awards, and it can get me from my 9-to-5 job back to my house in less than 10 minutes.
This beautiful machine from Ford can be yours for $1.47. Shipping and handling included. Batteries are not included. So, what are you in for? Well, I rolled up my sleeves. Oh, in class. I untucked my shirt in class. Oh, that's not good. Get Mr. Casey up here right now. He's in big trouble. What is it this time, Mr. Casey? So, Mr. Casey, you know why you're here, right? You're violating the dress code. Your khakis. They just aren't khaki enough. You see, on a scale of tan to khaki, yours is a yellow. Now you see, Mr. Casey, we hold our standards really high here at Khaki High School. I don't care about standards. You know, you look pretty standard to me. We don't want your yellow-looking khakis roaming our hallways. Well, I got these at Old Navy, and the lady at the counter said that these are all normal khakis. I'm gonna call your father. No, not my father. Yes, Mr. Casey. I need you to come in here right now, because your son has been a bad boy. What did my boy do this time?
Welcome to KCTV Shmo at 10. Yesterday, the Pillsbury Doughboy died of a yeast infection. He was 75. Doughboy was buried in a lightly greased coffin. Dozens of celebrities turned out to pay their respects, including Miss Buttersworth, Hungry Jack, the California Raisins, and Captain Crunch. The gravesite was piled high with many flowers. Betty Crocker described Doughboy as a man who never knew how much he was needed. Born and bred in Minnesota, Doughboy rose quickly to the show business, but his life was filled with many turnovers. Despite being a little flaky at times, he was still a crusty old man and was considered a positive role model for millions. Doughboy is survived by his wife, Play-Doh, and his 3 children, John Doe, Jane Doe, and Dosey Doe, plus one in the oven. He is survived by his father, Pop Tart. The funeral will be held at 3:50 for about 20 minutes.
Hi, I'm Brady Slater, and I'm here with
Randy Draper.
All right, so how do you think that
Randy Draper. They know it.
How do you think the season is going so far?
lost a tough one to Blue Spring South, and they know it. I think that's the coolest thing is when they know it.
How do you prepare the?
John Wayne.
Well, I think we try to get a, get things ready. Have a we try just sitting down and get the mind right and ready for competition. But so when the match is on, they're already sitting down.
Well, thank you, Coach.
Welcome back to Cooking Time. I'm Big Joe.
I'm Big Austin.
And today we're going to teach you how to cook a hot dog. Alright, so the first step here is make sure you get your hot dog out of the package.
Nice and moist.
Nice and moist hot dog here. My grandma always taught me how to cook a hot dog like this. So this is my grandma's special recipe here.
New York specialty.
This is a New York special here. So for the hot dog, make sure you can see this here. You're going to take the knife and you're going to cut the hot dog in half. Like that. Now for the second hot dog here, this is a very important step. You got to fill the jar with water.
Now most people don't know how to do this. This is actually just part of the New York specialty. You have to use the water or else it won't come out right.
Yeah, so don't get this confused. Now one time I was in New York and I went to the hot dog stand and I asked the lady, I said, can I have a hot dog in water? And you know what she did? She gave me the hot dog in the water. I said, no, I wanted the hot dog and the water, not hot dog water. And she just didn't understand. But for this recipe here, we're going to take the hot dog and you dip it in the water. Like that. Right there.
Not too deep. Not too deep in the water.
You only want to get about halfway in there. And you put it back on the plate here. Take the knife and you're going to cut it in half again. Now this is very important. Take the hot dog that you just cut with the half you cut before and put them together. Like
one
that.
half with the water, one half without the water.
So that way you get half water for both the hot dogs here. And now you got to warm them up first. So we're going to go to the microwave here. Stick it in there.
It's at 700 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes, make sure it's on high. Express, potato. I press potato, it's not working. Set clock, potato, enter. That's how you do it right there. Now we just gotta wait for potato.
Most people don't know, but hot dogs are actually potatoes.
Yeah, so while we're waiting here, what do you want to talk about, Austin?
Let's talk about where we came from, where we're from.
Yeah,
they call Joe,
right.
They call Big Joe here, he's called the Brooklyn Brawler. He came from the
Brooklyn
streets
Brawler.
of Brooklyn.
And over here, we got Big Austin. He came from Boston. Get it? Big Boston. It's Big Austin without the ig.
Oh, people always used to call me that back in the day. They called me Boston Austin. I used to be roaming around the streets.
Is that almost done yet?
So now our potato's almost done cooking.
Alright, so I think we're done here. So you get some nice and steamy hot dog here.
Nice potato.
And after this, you just want to give it one good extra dip for good measure. And back on the plate there.
Nice, moist, crispy.
What do you think, Big Austin?
Smells delicious, so.
That's all we have for you today. Thank you for your time.
Oh, certainly, darling, I'll always remember you took my best friend and away you did go. I wish you'd come back, 'cause my heart is broken. You shouldn't have done it, 'cause I miss him so. Where, oh, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I've searched the world over and I thought I found true love. You met another and you were gone.
Good morning, GVHS. This is Grandpa Roberts coming from you from the English hallway. Well, you know what? I always get students who want to know, what was I like when I was in high school? Well, I'll go back a little bit and say what I was like in junior high school. I decided in junior high school I liked girls and I wanted to date. So I thought the way that worked is you walked up to a girl, you ask her out, she said yes, and you go out. Well, I tried it. I found the prettiest girl in the whole junior high school. I walked up to her and said, you want to go out? And she got, no. What? That ain't the way that worked. Somebody needed to teach her dating protocol. So I found another pretty girl. And I walked up and asked her if she wanted to go out. And she goes, no, on what planet do you think I'd want to go out with you? And I go, dang, this ain't working out well. So I went through several girls. And then finally, when I was getting down to the lower end of the 7th grade, I had some girls say, maybe. Well, that's better than no. So I said, okay. So I figured, you know what? I can probably get a date with some just not quite top shelf girls. So I don't want to say that I went down to the bottom of the pit to get a date. But finally, I took this one girl out, and people go, well, Mr. Roberts, was she good looking? And I go, well, I don't know, but she's the only girl I know who rode around in the car with her head out the window. Now, also, somebody asked me, well, how ugly was she, Mr. Roberts? How did she get that flat nose? And I go, well, she got that flat nose from chasing parked cars. Now, another time, somebody said, well, why is she sneaking around? I said, well, she's ugly. She has to sneak up on a glass of water to get a drink. Okay, well, anyway, I finally got a date with Wanda Hickey. Now, Wanda Hickey wasn't Daphne Bigelow. Daphne Bigelow, she went out with the football heroes. Well, but Wanda Hickey, I finally got her. I sort of went out with her for a while. Well, people say, well, what was she like? And I said, well, she makes her own clothes. All the girls like her, and she sure is good at algebra. And she let me have her dessert at lunch. Okay, that's Mr. Dr. Grandpa Roberts signing off.